Greetings, People Daily viewers from quarantine in Xiamen. 2 weeks quarantine in a hotel may not sound fun, but I'm excited because it means I only have 11 more days until I'm free to roam my beautiful Xiamen Island in the safest country on the planet. Besides, if I have coffee and I have toilet paper, I can survive anything. When I returned to the U.S. on January 21st to visit my 90-year-old mother-in-law, I had no idea the epidemic would escalate so rapidly. I was worried about friends and students in Xiamen, but they were the ones who encouraged me. They wrote, "We are careful, but we're not afraid. China will definitely overcome this because we Chinese can cope with adversity." 吃苦. A girl said, "I can't go outside, but I can meet friends online anytime. And now I have more time than ever to study English or read." As we prepared to return, a Xiamen leader urged that I wait until it was safe. I laughed and said, the safest place on earth is China, because only Chinese have shown they have the wisdom and decisiveness to fight this. If I don't return now, it may be many months before I return, if ever. And if I do ever get the virus, I prefer to get it in China where I know the doctors know how to treat it. 3 weeks ago, people were skeptical when I said the safest place on earth was China, but now it's obvious to everyone. Westerners complained to me about China delaying a few days on announcing the virus, but I said that was logical. You don't yell fire in a crowded room, and you don't terrify 1.4 billion people unless you're certain you really have a problem. But within a week, China had already isolated the genome and shared it with the world, and boldly sacrificed their own economy to protect not only China, but the world. And then the nations who complained of China's delay of a few days did absolutely nothing for 2 months, until death was staring them in the face. An Italian leader said the virus in far-off China did not seem real, that it was more like a science fiction story. Although Italy was the first European country to take strong measures, it was far too late. And now they have more deaths than China, the most populous nation on earth. Even in the Los Angeles airport 3 days ago, where workers have caught the virus, people still worked without protection. The U.S. media, of course, is warning Americans not to use masks because they aren't effective, so let doctors use them. But why do doctors use masks if they don't help? The truth is they never prepared masks or even test kits because the people naively believed it would not come to America. And they had no decisive leadership. Today, other nations finally realize this war is with a virus that knows no boundaries, and they are using the same measures as China did 10 weeks ago. But they are far too late. Thanks to modern travel, this will not be the last pandemic in our highly interconnected world. But I hope that next time around, the nations of the earth will learn from each other and cooperate. And lastly, thank you, Xiamen Airlines. In 34 years, they've never lost profits, but now they are accepting losses with every flight to the U.S. to bring people home to China. The world will remember 2020 for the virus. But even more important historically, 2020 is the year that China defeats another ancient enemy, absolute poverty. China's 2 victories in 2020 over the virus and over poverty prove that China has a moral commitment to making sure people have those most fundamental of all rights, life and a livelihood. A moderately prosperous nation with no one left behind. That is the China dream. And my dream is that China's 2 great victories in 2020 will help prove to the world that the China dream can also be the world's dream. Stay safe. 爱拼才会赢。爱不要加油呀！